Dream said that his Minecraft Speedrunner vs 6 Hunters manhunt is coming out very soon, but this whole time he has kept the 6th Hunter a secret. That was until today, because I have 100% proof that Daquavis will be Dream's 6th Hunter. It all started when Dream dueled Daquavis for $100,000. Now you might say this duel was simply just for a video or publicity, but I think it was a little deeper than that. If you didn't know, Dream made a video calling out Daquavis for a fight in Minecraft, and whoever lost would have to pay the winner 100,000 real life dollars. And this was the first time the two have really ever communicated together. Or so people thought. Now, after this duel, it was assumed that this would be just a one-off thing. Everyone thought it was the last of them creating content together. But then just a few days later, George and Sapnap, who are hunters in Dream's manhunts, also dueled Daquavis on a live stream. And who knows, maybe they were just doing this for the content, but what really threw me off is that it seemed like they were friends. And not like they just met, but like friends for a while. And this was pretty weird, but maybe they just really hit it off during their first interaction. Or did they? You see, a few days prior to the $100,000 duel, Dream made a post saying he flew Daquavis out to Florida. Surprise! Part of the $100,000 contract required Daquavis to fly to Florida to fight on a LAN server, so he can't cheat and we have fair ping. LAN server. If you didn't know, when you're in a single player Minecraft world, you have the option to open to LAN. Normally, people use this feature just to turn on cheats to the world, but a lesser known fact is that it actually allows players who are using the same internet connection as you to join your world. I think you see where this is going. In order for Daquavis to have joined Dream's world, he would have had to been on the same Wi-Fi as them, meaning he was in the same house as them. Okay, so now we know that Daquavis was with Dream in real life while they were recording the duel, but what now? How does this mean he'll 100% be the 6th Hunter in Dream's next manhunt? Well, that's where my theory comes in. If you've watched or even seen Dream's channel recently, you may recognize his new series, Minecraft Speedrunner vs Titan. It's a spin-off on his classic Minecraft Manhunt series, however instead they coded it so that a person would be able to join the world as a life-size version of themselves using VR technology. And the special technology required to do this is unsurprisingly pretty expensive, so Dream had a whole warehouse just dedicated to this. In the first episode it was just Dream speedrunning the game, then he added George and then eventually Sapnap. But you may be asking, so who's the Titan? Well, you see, Dream said that the Titan was actually a friend and fellow content creator, but he would keep their identity anonymous. Dream even went as far as editing the Titan's voice in editing to protect their identity. But why would he do this? Why is he going this far just to protect the identity of the Titan and keep them anonymous? Mind you, they're already a creator, it's not like they don't want to be on the internet. Well, that's where my theory gets deeper. My theory is that this anonymous Titan has actually been Daquavis this whole entire time. And when you start adding up all the points, everything starts to make sense. 1. Dream said the Titan was a fellow content creator, which matches with Daquavis as he's a Minecraft YouTuber with over 10 million subscribers. 2. Dream said that the Titan was one of his friends in real life, which makes sense when you consider the fact that Daquavis was literally in the same house with Dream while filming the duel. And finally 3, Daquavis has actually shown his face on his channel, and by judging off those pictures, we can actually see that both the Titan and Daquavis have a very similar build. And if those facts alone aren't enough, I even took it one step further. Remember how I said Dream edited the Titan's voice to keep them anonymous? Well, I actually took a recording of Daquavis speaking and pitched down his voice myself, and this is what I heard.
Yeah! Let's go! In this video, I had 4 Minecraft noobs try to hunt me down before I could kill the Ender Dragon.
As you can see, it is almost a near identical match. You may think that we have all the reasons in the world to now say that Daquavis was in fact the Titan in those videos, but here's where the problem arises. In the second reason provided, where Dream said that the Titan was a real-life friend, this wouldn't make too much sense when you add up the dates. You see, the post Dream made saying he flew Daquavis out to meet him in Florida was made pretty recently. But if we go and check the date the first ever Titan video was posted, we can see this was a little over 6 months ago. Meaning that there is no way that Daquavis could possibly be the Titan if Dream just flew him out now. Or did he? And here's where my theory starts making sense. I think that Daquavis has already been with Dream in Florida way longer than we may have originally thought. And just hear me out, this will all make sense in a second. You see, what if the reason Dream wanted to keep the Titan's, aka Daquavis' identity a secret this whole time, is because he had this whole $100,000 Dream vs Daquavis duel already planned out. This whole entire time. What if the whole thing was set up? You see, I recently was trying to get in touch with Daquavis for an interview before he dueled Dream, and after messaging him, I realized that I actually had one mutual friend with Daquavis. So I reached out to that friend and asked if they were able to contact Daquavis for me, and this is what he said. We're pretty good friends, but I really doubt he'd want to do an interview as his little dream situation is all just content. His little dream situation is all just content. That's right, one of Daquavis' own friends said this. So now that we know this Dream vs Daquavis fight was set up just for publicity for the two of them, how does this in any way lead to Daquavis becoming Dream's 6th hunter? Well, I think that Dream planned out everything way more than people give him credit for. I think he's going to use this $100,000 duel with Daquavis to build hype around him eventually becoming the 6th hunter. And it makes sense. Daquavis is already good friends with Dream and the majority of the other hunters like George and Sapnap. Daquavis makes manhunt content of his own on his channel. He already hunts for Dream in the Titan series, and he's actually a pretty good PvPer, especially in the newer updates, which hasn't really been seen in Dream's manhunts. There's just too many things that add up in order for this to just merely be a coincidence. But let me know what you think. Do you think Daquavis is really going to be Dream's 6th hunter, or is this all just some misunderstanding of some sorts? Also, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks.